J.R. Cash burst through the back door of the family's house in Dyess, Arkansas, one day in 1947. As usual, he was singing. J.R. was 15 years old at the time. His mom, Carrie, was at the kitchen stove. She had her back to him. "Who was that?" she said. Carrie knew perfectly well who it was. She had heard J.R. singing along with his brothers and sisters many times before, while the entire family picked cotton during long, hot days in the fields. But she also knew that on this day something was different. J.R.'s voice was deeper, it was richer, it was stronger. This was a voice she had not heard before. J.R.'s voice was changing. Like many teenage boys, J.R.'s voice was beginning to sound different. "You sound exactly like my daddy," Carrie said. Her father, J.R.'s grandfather, had been known for many miles around for his singing. Carrie told J.R. his voice was a gift. "God has his hand on you, son," she said. "Don't ever forget the gift." That voice was indeed a gift, and it would help him build a long and successful music career. J.R. would grow up to be known as Johnny Cash and go on to sell more than 90 million albums around the world. Johnny's music is most often considered country, which is sometimes called country and western. But he also sang many other different types of music, including songs that featured the sounds of gospel, blues, folk, and rock. He appealed to so many different music fans that he has been inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. And he never forgot that his voice was a gift. He used it to speak out, in words and in song, on behalf of Native Americans, poor people, prison inmates, and others. Johnny saw the struggles of people and wanted to help. Maybe that's because he had so many of his own struggles over the years. He had grown up in a poor family in rural Arkansas, and even after he became famous, he worked to overcome a personal battle with drugs to build a lasting career. Many of Johnny's most famous songs are about the themes of struggle, recovery, and overcoming hardship. His appeal to many different audiences, his commitment to social justice, and his dedication to using his gift to help others made Johnny Cash one of the most important artists in music history. Johnny Cash was born on February 26, 1932, in Kingsland, Arkansas, a small town of only several hundred people. His mother, Carrie, wanted to name him John. His father, Ray, wanted to name him Ray. When they couldn't agree, they settled on simply the initials J.R. Johnny was called J.R. throughout his childhood. Johnny was the fourth of Carrie and Ray's 7 children. He had 2 older brothers, Roy and Jack, and an older sister, Louise. 2 more girls, Reba and Joanne, and another boy, Tommy, came later. The United States was in the midst of the Great Depression when Johnny was born. Many people were out of work. Life was difficult, including at the Cash House. In Kingsland, Johnny's dad did whatever work he could find wherever he could find it. That might mean walking several miles in the morning to pick crops or to work construction jobs, then walking several miles back in the evening with $1.50 or so to show for a full day's work. Carrie did the best she could, but raising a family at that time was not easy. The house had no indoor running water or electricity. It didn't even have windows. To keep out the winter weather, Carrie would hang blankets or burlap sacks over the open spaces where windows should have been. The entire house shook whenever a train went by on the nearby railroad tracks. Johnny was still a toddler when his father heard a report on the radio about the government building a new community that would be called Dyess, Arkansas, about 200 miles northeast of Kingsland. Ray jumped at the chance to apply to live there. He joined thousands of other applicants in Arkansas. The Cash family was one of about 600 families selected to participate in a program that was part of the U.S. government's New Deal. Each family that was in the Work Projects Administration program received at least 20 acres of land with a house and a barn. They also received a mule to help them work the land and enough money to get them going on the first year's crops.